Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today, our group will present topic defining and assessing learning. First presenter is me, Nur ALIZA binti ADNAN. Second presenter is Siti AISYAH binti BAHARUM. Third presenter is Nur NAJWA IZZATI binti RAMLEE. And last presenter is ZAIDATUL binti TIAR. Okay, next is learning. Change in the capability of the person to perform a skill. It might be inferred from a relatively permanent improvement in the performance as a result of the practice or performance. Change in the behavior due to the experience. Next is behavior. Anything an organism does that can be measured. Not all changes in behavior are due to experience, and not all experience are learning experiences. Next is performance characteristic of the skill learning. First is improvement. Second is consistency. Third is stability. Fourth is persistence. Last is adaptability. Next is performance. Performance is the observable behavior. It is define the behavior execution of the skill at the specific time and in the specific location. Temporary may not be due to practice or experience, can be influenced by performance variable. Last is assessment of learning. Performance curve line graph describing performance in the which level of the performance is the plot across practice, trial or period of the time. Give evidence of the improvement and consistency. This all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur NAJWA IZZATI. I want to continue the presentation about the general performance characteristic of skill learning. There are 5 general performance of characteristic typically observable as motor skill learning occurs. There are 5 characteristics. First one is improvement. Can the person inform the skill at a higher level? Performance of the skill show improvement over a period of time. Second is consistency. Is performance becoming increasingly more consistent? Performance becomes increasingly more consistent. Third one is stability. Stability is performance more resistant to perturbation, both internal and external. Internal perturbation include stress, such as when performing under pressure. External perturbation include environmental factors such as the wind or an obstacle. Reduction of attention demand. Then is persistence. It improves performance retained over a longer period of time, and improving performance capability is marked by an increasing amount of frequency. The last one is adaptability. Is performance more adaptable to a variety of contexts? It improved performance is adaptable to be a variety performance context characteristic. The context can vary based on the individual, for example, emotion state, the task, speed or distance of movement, or the environment, and etc. Then we move to the performance curve. Make sure the line graph distributing performance by plotting performance measures across practice trial of period of time. And the provide the evidence of the improvement and consistency. Like the slide show, you can see. As you can see, there are 4 types of performance curve. First one is linear. So you can see how the graph of linear performance curve. And second one is positively accelerated. There are some curve at the below, and third one is negatively accelerated. The curve at above. And the last one is the S shape. There are curve like S. The performance curve of linear is proportional increase over trial or time. Negatively accelerated is early improvement but slowly during later practice, and positively accelerated is slightly improvement early but substantial improvement during later practice. And the S-shape or give the combination of A, B, C curve, so it can make or give or S-shape.
Okay, next we continue with assessing learning by several tests, which we have retention test, transfer test, and coordination dynamic. So we move on with the retention test. Retention test is a common measure to assess the performance characteristic of improvement, which is we use to measure the persistence. Retention test is test of practice skill that a learner performs following an interval of time after practice has ceased, which is length of no practice interval are arbitrary. The purpose of this test is to assess permanence of the performance level achieved during practice. This test has some typical administration, which is they perform the skill in practice, period of no practice, and it is administered to determine amount retained. So next we continue. We continue with the assessing learning by transfer test. Transfer test is used to assess the performance characteristic of adaptability of what was learned during practice, which is we use to measure the adaptability. In simple words, we use this test to test the performance in different environments, variations of the skill, and related skills. This test measures adaptability of what was learned during practice and involve some novel situation, which is novel variation of the skill itself and new context in which the people must perform the skill. So, people must adapt the skill they have been practicing to characteristics of the new situation. Okay, next we continue with the third one, which is assessing learning from coordination dynamics. Okay, coordination dynamic involve the observation of the stabilities and transitions of the dynamics of movement coordination related to performing a skill. It has 2 types of coordination dynamic pattern, which is temporal movement coordination pattern and spatial movement coordination pattern. So, we have theories that say when person begins to learn a new skill, he or she is not really learning something new, but evolving a new spatial and temporal coordination pattern from an old one. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ZAIDATUL AISYAH binti Batiar from SR 2433A. Today I would like to present Chapter 8, Motor Control SPS 606, which is Introduction to Motor Skill Learning, Defining and Assessing Learning. My part is Practice performance may misrepresent learning and performance plateaus. Practice performance may misrepresent learning. That is, practice performance may overrate time or underestimate learning. Practice artificially inflates performance. Next, transfers and retention tests should be given performance plateaus, period when little or not improvement occurs. Lastly is performance plateaus. Performance plateaus is period of time during learning, the learning process in which no overt changes in performance occur. Not always indicative of cessation of learning. The other factor is fatigue, anxiety, and lack of motivation. That's all from me. Thank you.